Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I have brought the truck down here to the cattle. We have got our 2 trailer loads of small bales. I did talk about maybe having the FPS rate up on the screen for this episode. I decided against it because it's not very realistic in the slightest. Can I get through there without shoving all the bales away? I'd like to be able to put the small bale straw up the other end. So, yeah, you know what, I don't think I can. How are we going to do this? Maybe I'll clear a road. Let's see if I can, well, I can't squeeze through there. To hop up over. Yeah, so I ran a couple of tests, just with the bales and the trailers and that, just to see what we were getting, what kind of frame rate we were getting. When I had both trailers loaded up, see, I was getting a little bit of a drop there because we've got so many bales here that are moving all at once. It kind of puts a little bit of a strain on the screen. But when I had both trailers with the bales actually present in the game rather than like this one, because it's loaded, it kind of removes the bales as separate entities from the game and it stores them on the trailer. And yeah, I'm assuming that's how it works. That's my assumption there. So when I had both of them like that, I drove it at speed all over the map, trying all sorts of different stunts and stuff. It dropped down to 10 frames a second in places, and then I tried taking the straps off and continuing to drive around. That made it dip even more. So I sort of stayed at 10 frames a second almost constantly. Although I didn't actually drop anything below 10 frames a second. I was quite pleased with that. I was quite impressed. So it's not quite as bad as I thought it might have been. However, we are still getting... There were still some significant dips in frame rate. Then, you know, when you turn a corner, if you don't have the straps on, if you turn a corner fast, all the bales slide off both trailers in a great big sort of cascade of bales, and as soon as they land and you start to move away from the bales, the frame rate restores almost instantly. But like I've told you before, I do have quite a beefy system, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing things like that on a smaller system. If you've got hundreds of small bales, you could well end up just completely crashing your game, or at least save it before you start trying to do stunts with road trains of small bales. So anyway, my question for this week is, do you want me to plant poplars up in field 1 as the next main task that I do, and then do regular cropping down here? Do you want me to do regular cropping across all of our fields and do some forestry in this area over here? Or would you like me to plant corn or maize, whichever you want to call it, wherever you are in the world, on the 4 main fields, not the grass field, but the other fields, and do a large maize silage or corn silage harvest that we will take to the biogas plant and sell up there? It's your vote, it's your game. Head in the comment section down below, let us know which one you want, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote by mousing over in the top right hand corner. Now then, let's see if we can get these unloaded. I've cleared a few bales out of the way, so I'm hoping that I can just squeeze down the side here. I'm getting it, it's a little bit laggy, just a little bit framey as I come up along here, but generally it seems to be okay. Is that last trailer? No, that's not going to swing out far enough, is it? Right, I'll move. I want to try and keep these bales reasonably close together because I'd also like to put silage bales in here at some point. So we'll go to the front trailer there, and I will unload it. I'll take the straps off. There we go. Now what I've got to... Yeah, see, now it's sort of lagging a bit because we've got so many bales here all at once. It's lagging a little bit, but it catches up with itself fairly quickly. It is quite good. So now if I press X and I load it, it's going to load it back up. I've actually got some bales of hay gone into that. So some of the bales of straw are on the trailer, but they've not registered as part of the load. So if I unload it, it's going to... Actually, no, I'm unloading it to the side, so we should be okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit too far over. That's just going to have to deal with it, aren't we? Right, so we got 3 bales left on there. Those can stay there. And I'll come down a little bit further and I'll put the next load of bales. I'll do exactly the same. Well, they're already loaded, so I don't need to do anything else to those. We come to here, and again, I press B to select the side. Oh no, it would help if I went to the correct trailer. B to select the correct side. Press Y to dump them down there. And I want to come in here. The last 3 bales will take these and... Actually, I'm going to throw them straight over the top. And we'll... Well, I was going to try to. We'll put those in for the cattle. And there. So yeah, I'm not going to be putting a lot of these bales in by hand. I will put bales in by hand, because that's one of the main reasons that we went and got the small bales, was so that we could do this job by hand. I won't be doing it all like this, though. We will be using the telehandler and just grabbing grabs. The muck grab is absolutely fantastic. I've done a bit more testing with that one. It's brilliant. You can scoop up grab loads of bales and do what you like with them. It's absolutely brilliant for doing that. So straw we don't have very much, grass we don't have a great deal, and the silage and hay. Today what we're going to be hopefully doing is we're going to put that grass in, and we're going to try and make a bit of power food. We've got 2 bales of silage, so we can put a little bit of power food in. The next task that we're going to need to do, and maybe we'll get that started today as well, just going to turn that one off. I think I will probably return one of these trailers, and I will keep that trailer over there. I'm not quite sure yet. Don't know. So we want to get the grass in. We're going to get the feed mixer down here, and then I was thinking it will do some mowing and raking together. Now, people have said to me that I can run 3 mowers, except I don't have 3 mowers on this map. I've got a trailed mower and a front-mounted one, so we'll forget about that. I will try to get the mowing done as quickly as possible, because I'd like to get some more silage done. It might be at the beginning of next week we do all the silage bales, and so that can be our first episode. Because we've got all these cows, we suddenly need to do loads and loads of grass and baling work, which is, it's not ideal for those of you that don't really like grass and baling work, and I've been doing baling for 2 weeks now. So this will sort of be the last baling we do for a little while. We do need to do it, though. It's something that needs to be done. Oop, right, doesn't like that. So I can pick it up a bit, but I can't put too much on there. The bottom bit works just like a bale spike. Bale spike. However, you don't want to... in real life, you wouldn't be able to push the spikes in quite so easily. It's a lot more difficult to get the spikes to go in. And... but we don't need to worry about that. It's holding it in place. That's what counts. So let's drop those 2 in there. I'll get 1 more in there as well. Let's just make sure that the numbers are okay with that. Actually, we won't put another one in. I don't want to risk wasting any. Now, do I put... Oh, actually, I'm going to... You know what I was thinking, actually, is... Right. I don't want any of these for a minute. What do we like for water? Is okay. I went and filled up the water off screen. Silage and hay is fine, so it's just straw. I was actually thinking it could be quite good if we went and got one of the straw blower things. We could still put small bales into that and still use it like that. Less likely you would normally throw the bales in, but yeah, I think we could do that. So, I'm just wondering what tractor I should use for this particular task. The Valtra is right up on field 1. I need that Peecon mixer down here as well. We want to lease that one today so that we can get our... Right, that's the one there. 25,000. To lease that one, that is going to cost us 2 grand. That's not very much. We can do that. And then the Peecon bigger mega mammoet trailer monster thing, $13,500 for initial costs. Although the daily rate isn't too bad. 8,400 per hour that we use it. Generally, it's not too bad. It is a little bit steep to start with, but I think we'll be okay. I'm hoping that the Valtra can cope with it. We're not going to be putting in a huge amount to start with. Right, I will go and get the Valtra, and then I will lease that machine and bring it back down here. Now, that's one thing that we want to have a look at. We've got brakes, we've got electrics, and we've got oil that can go into it. So is that the straw spreader, straw blower, is that one a PTO or oil powered? That's a PTO, so we need a tractor to run that one. We can't do it with the one that we've got. It's a bit unfortunate. Right, I will go and get some machines, and I'll bring them all back here. Right, first of all, we're going to grab some of these bales, and we're going to tip them in there. We've got close to 800 bales sat right here in a big long heap. So I am noticing a little tiny bit of lag every now and then just in this area, So we are going to use up a load of these bales, like this. 29,400 litres of straw right there. How many bales is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bales. at 500 litres each should only be 500 litres, 5,000 litres. 29,400 seems a little bit wrong. Not quite sure why it's saying that much, but yeah. We won't worry about that too much. It might just have read it a bit wrong. Because we've got so many bales here, it's going to cause us a few issues. There's no two ways about that. Unless it's now decided that these bales are bigger than they actually are. I'm really hoping it hasn't done that. I don't know, it might have. It may have now decided that these bales are big bales at 4,000 litres each. I really hope that that is not the case. We shall see. If it has, it has. It's just something that we will have to deal with as part of the game. It does look like it's doing something like that. At least we can pick the bales up neat and tidy here off the end. And yeah, I'm going to use these bales up, and then more baling that we do for a little while at least will be regular big bales, because obviously with the number of small bales that we got here, we are going to be getting some serious issues with lag, and that's not something I want. It's not something that looks very good for the videos either, so we will try to avoid it. Now, if I can get that one bale there, come on, there we go, and drop it in. There we go. Now, how much straw have we got in here? This, right, now, this is saying 4,200, so I'm not sure quite why we're getting such obscure readings from the straw and so on. Now, I've never used this machine before in my life, so what we have to do, unload here. No, I don't want to unload here. Open door. I would guess that open door is to unfold... Oh, no. Right, I don't want to do that. Cruise control, unload, or left control. I don't want to do that. How do I actually start the machine? I would have assumed... Oh, maybe I can't actually do it like this. It's supposed to be straw. It's supposed to blow the straw. Or can you only do it with big bales? That's a bit unfortunate. I didn't want to just do this with big bales. We're going to have to let that feeder move along, and then I'm hoping that we can just blow the straw right in through. Maybe we just got to press R and... Ah, I see. Right, it just comes to a regular opening. So if I want to press I for regular... There we go. Excellent. Right, now, how many of these bales is it going to use up? What's it going to do with the bales? It's used one bale... For some reason, it's decided to class the bales as big bales. So we've got an unrealistic amount of straw. I don't like that. This is not something I'm pleased with. I was hoping that it would register the bales as the small bales with the correct amount in there. So I've no idea why it has decided to change the quantity of straw. This is not what we wanted, because obviously this is completely unrealistic. It's still putting plenty of straw in there. Right, we'll leave the bales in there for now. Yeah, that's not very good. I was hoping that it would... for some reason, it's now that the game has changed them into big bales. That's actually quite frustrating, because it also means it's going to be more difficult to load anything up. Oh, the bales of hay were alright, weren't they? There was nothing wrong there. Must be something to do with having loaded the game up again. So we'll unhitch that one. Let's pick up a bale and bring it back. If you pick up the bale, what happens then? If we take this one bale of straw, we'll run this one over. Let's take a look. So we are, at the moment, we're on 13,875. If I drop the bale in by hand, we're now on a... Okay, so the straw is now classed as 4,000 litres in a bale, or 4,200 litres in a bale. And I don't know why. Is it all of them? Is it just one trailer? Is it because of the way that we reloaded the game? I genuinely have no clue as to why it would have done this, but it is classing those bales as big bales. That's disappointing, to say the least. I was hoping it wouldn't have done anything like that, because that's so unrealistic. I'm going to go and get the Peecon mixer, and we'll put in some mixed feed a minute. This mixer is ridiculously oversized. Look at this thing. We've only got 40 cows. I do like the happy cow on the back, though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is monstrously oversized. So, yeah, we're going to have to be careful. Also, we're going to need to be very careful putting the straw in. We don't want to have too much straw going in and messing up all the numbers. Let's see what the hay does a minute. Can I even reach? Maybe if I throw it a little bit. Has that gone in? Right, that's gone in there. And, right, so the hay is the correct amount. Let me go and get another one of these bales a minute. And I'll grab one of these. And we'll see what this one has done. It might be because of the way we had that last trailer load loaded before we came back down. Let's come in here. Right, that's okay. So, right, I get it. When you exit the game, for some reason, when we exited the game, it that front trailer, I left it strapped down. And so the bales were actual bale entities in the game. But this rear trailer, when I left the game, this one wasn't left like that. This one was left with the bales not separate entities. They were still on the trailer in the loaded mode. And because of that, for some reason, it's now converted them into big bales. I don't know why. It was on the rear trailer on here. So what I think that we might do is we'll take a look at the trailer just very quickly and see what mode it's in. Is it in small bale mode or is it in big bale mode? It should, there's no reason that it should be in anything other than small. It's in small bale mode. We didn't try loading the bales and unloading them. So let's do that a second. We'll drive round there. And I'm going all over the grass here. And actually, I'll unhitch the rear trailer. I'll leave that one right there. Go there, unhitch, and we'll just use this one trailer. So we'll try and load those bales and then immediately unload them again. And maybe, just maybe, that will convert them back to the correct quantity per bale. It might be something to see. The only difference between the front stack and the rear stack is that when I exited the game, they were in loaded mode on the trailer. They weren't. Right, so if we do that, I had them left in that mode right there, like that. I didn't have them properly loaded up. So if I do that, and now, I know that the back ones are now different anyway, but we'll go and grab one from the middle of the stack. Now if I unload, right, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'll load them up again, there. And this time I will unload to the side. And unload. There, right. That's produced a bit of lag, which is hardly surprising. I've just added another 250 entities to the map, and the lag very quickly disappears. I must say, the lag does very quickly. I'm hung up on the side of the clamp there. There we go. Let's just move this one over here out of the way. Switch that one off, and we'll see what our little theory has come up with. I've been playing around with bales here all day again. So, yeah, we will do something different in our next episode. We've got enough silage here just to keep the cattle happy for a while. Let's chuck you down. I want that bale right there. So if I chuck that one over the edge of the clamp, that's a bale from the middle of the stack. If any bale is going to be wrong, it will be this one. And we'll see if we've fixed the quantity of the bales or if it's already been saved and logged in the game and it's not going to change things. So, oops. I can pick it up, so it's certainly light enough. And let's have a look. Nope. Right, so we've got the second stack of bales is classed as big bales for some reason, and then we've got the front stack of bales is classed as small bales. So we're going to have to be very, very careful with that. I'm not quite sure what we do. I am considering, actually, that we might just load them up and go and sell them, although we'd get an unrealistic amount of money for that, which I, again, wouldn't be happy with. So we've generated a load of extra straw, which we didn't want to do because I do like realism, and we have no realism now. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions as to what you think I should do. If we just keep them here and just slowly use them up as bedding, save us having to actually physically go and bale any more bedding ever. Yeah, I don't think we would ever need to bale up bedding again. Right, there's one bale of silage gone in. I can't put any more small bales of silage in because that's going to It'll cause everything to bug, won't it? Well, not bug. It will mess up the load, and we don't have any more silage to correct the quantities. So we'll bring silage. You can't have more than 50% of silage or hay. So I've got 2 big bales of silage gone in, and we had some small bales of hay. I'll put in this big bale of hay that we got right here, and then finally we've got a few small bales of hay that we'll chuck in on top. I'll see how much we need. I don't think we're going to need any more straw though. Right, don't ever do that. Don't ever walk underneath. You shouldn't even leave the machine in the up position like that. If you walk underneath, it could come down on your head. I know they got they got safety things now to stop them from coming down and landing on your head. However, they're not foolproof. Right, 26.06%. We could get a good grab full of small bales. So let's just drive this one down to the other end, and we'll get the small bales. You can't put grass into the mixed feeder anymore. It was never intended. It was always a bug that was present in the game. You should never have been able to put grass into the mixed feed. You only have the grass for feeding the sheep and the cattle, and you can use the hay as well. Right, let's drop that one there, and I need to run back down, collect the Manitou. We'll come along and we'll scoop up a load of bales. So that stack there is all big bales, pretty much. And then the front stack is not big bales. The front stack is regular small bales, and I'm hoping that they will stay as regular small bales once we exit the map and come back in. Although I see no reason why they won't. I think they just converted because they were left loaded on the trailer. There is now not a lot that we can do about that, short of basically reloading my save game from quite a while ago and then playing it through, which I don't really want to do. I want to just I want to keep the game moving. I don't really want to play this all through on my own time either, because we've already done it. So we'll sort of take this as a learning curve. When you have small bales, make sure that you unload the trailers. Don't leave the small bales loaded on a trailer. It will present problems for you. So let's take another grabful. I think another 3,000 litres will be okay. At least I hope it is. If it's not, we haven't got any mixed feed. So maybe I won't put all of it in. Just open it up a bit. I'll keep 1,000 litres, and out of there, go round the grab instead of over it. And what have we got? Oh, we can put loads more in yet. I'm not going to put any more. Actually, I suppose I could put some small bales of straw in. I won't risk it. But I can put another scoop of bales in, and we can use a few of them up. It wouldn't hurt to use some of them up. Give us a little bit. The fewer bales that we have down here, the less lag we're going to be experiencing when we do have to come back down here and do more work, because we need to bring bales of silage down. There's one thing I would like to test, if at all possible, one day, is will the new square bale wrapper recognise and wrap small square bales? Now, you don't often see small square bales being wrapped, but it does happen. It definitely does happen. I have seen it. More often you would see the mini round bales being wrapped, but I have seen small square bales being wrapped. I don't think that it would give the best quality silage, because you're not you don't have sort of enough quantity there to generate the correct heat to make it good. We could probably put another load of hay in there, take it up to 30,000 litres in total. Yeah, it'd go up to 75, won't it? No, we won't. We'll just stick with this, because I did want to, before we finish the episode, start doing a bit of mowing up the top so that we can at least bale some silage. What I think I will do is, before next week, I will bale up. No, I won't bale. I will mow and rake the field up the top, and then, right, if I tip side left, I want to tip side on the right, and then just tip, I think. We should have it running. Is it insufficient power available for the attached equipment? This tractor won't run the Peecon mixer. It'll unload it. It's my timer to say that I'm running out of time. So it does unload it. And I'm running down the side of the trough. I'm actually now going to run away from the feeder there. the feed robot, rather. Because I don't want to stop it. And I don't want to knock it so that it goes out of position, because it's very easy to knock that one out of position. So what power does this thing require? Does it actually say in the shop? Let's take a look. Animals, and then we want to go to the Peecon mixer. 240 horsepower required to run it. And our tractor is how many horses? Go on, tractors. Zoom up through here. It should be here somewhere. I've had people asking that I could, if I can run that black edition there. Is it that black edition? No, it might not be. Might be one of the others. I have an edition here somewhere that people wanted me to use. I can't remember which one it was now. Where is our cow edition Valtra? Oh, there it is. That one. Right, that's 210 horsepower. What have we gone for? The engine setup. We went for the most powerful. That's 250. Surely it should be able to run it. The T234 garage. Did we not upgrade it? I thought that we upgraded. I thought that we got the best one that we could. No. 250. Yeah, so in theory it should be able to run it, but it said insufficient power to run this machine. So we need something bigger to run this mixer properly. That's why we weren't able to put the thing spinning. Right, I will, just to finish up this episode, we're going to go back up to Field 6 and we're going to do more mowing up there. I apologise for those of you who don't want lots of mowing. I will finish mowing and I will rake it all up so it's ready to bale for next episode. We will do some baling next episode with the round baler, and we will make silage up there and bring that down. Then the cattle have got everything they need and we don't need to worry about them again for several episodes. We'll have we've got everything sort of lined up in storage for what they want. I'll tidy up the machines and stuff down here at a later date. I'm starting to think that our map is getting a little bit chaotic. We desperately need to have this silage that I'm cutting now, and then in next episode we'll have it. It's already going to be rowed up. May even have started baling it. We'll get that out the way, because I'm aware that several of you will be getting fed up with constant bales now. We've dealt with the small bales, although we do have that slightly annoying bug where they've sort of turned into the quantities of big bales for no apparent reason other than my suspicion that it's to do with leaving them loaded on the trailer. I reckon that's something somewhere has caused it to do that. So yeah, there's nothing that we can do about that now. However, I don't want to profit from it in any way, because that would just be ridiculously unrealistic. So I don't think we'll sell them. It'll just save us the hassle of having to go and get loads and loads more straw. That being said, we've got loads of bales there. We've still got small bales lying across the field, and we got machinery sort of left all over the place, and yeah, things are getting untidy and chaotic. So I'm going to gather up every single bale that I can and take it back down to the main yard before next episode. I will finish doing this mowing and get this rowed up, and then I will put this machinery away, and I will generally have a bit of a tidy up, so that when we come to it next week, we've got a clean and tidy workplace, and we don't have stuff just laid around all over the place, which isn't realistic, and I don't particularly like it. I've had a few people telling me that they've, various different tests that they've run with doing the grass in the field. Some people don't think that if you fertilise the grass in the field, they don't think it gives any yield improvement. Other people say that it does give yield improvement. One thing that we all have noticed is that when you actually mow on the planted grass, not this meadow grass that we're doing at the moment, but over there just to our left on the actual planted field, the mowing seems to give a layer of fertilizer, which is a little bit peculiar. I'm not quite sure why it would do that. I'm assuming it's because when you cut grass, it doesn't need to be replanted or anything. It's still got sort of goodness there, so it's basically saying that you don't need to add quite so much to the soil as you would if it was a different type of planted crop. And that's my assumption with it anyway, because when you first plant grass, it doesn't have that bonus layer of fertilizer, so you've only got to fertilize twice. But Some people have said that they don't notice any yield differences when they do mowing after fertilizer and so on, and other people have said that they do. I can't say that I've noticed a massive difference, but I haven't really paid attention to it. I think that there is a slight improvement, but I've had so many people sort of tell me either way. At the moment, the majority seems to go towards people saying that fertilizer does give a slight yield improvement, so we're going to sort of go with the majority vote on that one and assume that it does, and fertilize when we can. I will finish doing this week, like I said, and so that we can do the baling of silage at the beginning of next week. Then we can get stuck straight into whatever task it is that you're voting for this week. And that brings me very nicely on to the weekly question. What do you want me to do next? What major task would you like me to accomplish next? Would you like me to plant poplars over there in field 1? Because that is something that we're going to do at some point. We will be planting the poplars in that field at some point so that we can do a wood chip harvest. That's one thing that we have said all along that we're going to take a look at. Or B, would you like me to plant regular crops there in field 1 plus the other fields that we own and do some forestry? Or C, would you like me to plant corn on all of the fields we own, apart from this grass field? This is staying as grass. And then do a large corn, maize, silage harvest and take it all to the biogas plant where we will sell it. Remember, we're not actually going to do any clamp silage for the cattle. Now, the reason for that is I would like to try and do all bales. It's just something I thought I would try. I thought it'd be pretty cool if we could do that. So, yeah, we'll be doing. If we're going to do the clamp silage, that will be taken to the BGA and it will be sold there, and I think it'll make us a big pile of money. But I'm also hoping the wood chips would make us a pile of money, and the forestry would. So, yeah, everything hopefully would be supremely profitable, and we wouldn't have any problems with it whatsoever. So it's your vote, it's your game. Head in the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote by mousing over in the top right hand corner and clicking on the white circle with a little eye in the middle. Today's topic of conversation, I would very much like to hear your views on the small bales. How have you found the small bales? What do you think of the trailer? And I will say again, at the moment we're having trouble getting hold of the original mod creator, which is TSM Modding, and until such time as we can speak to him about their original work and what can be done with it, and whether this script could be uploaded for public use, or did they want to modify the script slightly? Yeah, there's a lot of different questions, and they need to be answered before that trailer mod can go to the public. I in no way support stealing of modders' work. Modders do a fantastic amount of work. They do fantastic jobs, and they do it for free, right? So there's no way that I am supporting the stealing of another modder's work in any way, shape, or form, and neither is Rich27. That is not something he's interested in doing. But if at all possible, we will find a way to work with TSM so that we can get you the script so that the mod will become available for upload. But until such time as all communication has been sort of, all the regular channels have been gone through and so on and so forth, this will remain a private mod for me only, and it won't be available anywhere for download and use. So I apologise for that. I did say originally that it was going to be, but that was basically a mistake. It was crossed wires. We hadn't gotten hold of them when we thought that we would have. But yeah, anyway, that's a minor point. That aside, I hope you've really enjoyed all of the baling and so on. I'd like to hear all your views on it, and in particular, I would very much like to hear what you think about this little bug that we've now encountered where the small bales are suddenly registered as big bales, and we've got all this extra straw. What do you think I should try to do with those bales? Should I cut them off somewhere on the corner of the map and just kind of dump them and hope that it doesn't impact our performance too much? I'm thinking I wouldn't really like to do that. I'm thinking that might impact the performance. The only other sort of compromise that I could think of is take the bales, sell them, keep a close count of just how much money I get for selling them, and then edit the save game file and remove that money that I would have otherwise got. That would I think that might be an easier way to get rid of them out of the game, but I don't really want to have to do that. I mean, I will, if that's what you want, that's what I'll do. Anyway, I have waffled on for way too long. I'll finish doing this, I'll get it raked up, yada yada yada. I've already said that several times. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.